Hi, and welcome to Busted Knuckles, the motorcycle show. I'm Steve Belaire, I'm your host. It's the beginning of summer and we've got a show full of good stuff for you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Have you ever had a hard time finding someone to go riding with? Everybody's out of town, summer. You need somebody to ride with? There's lots of clubs and there's lots of riding groups and there's lots of rides going on during the summer, and there's one that happened on July 1st with the Harleys owners group. Take a look.
Good morning, my name is Dave Burnside and I'm the director of the Winnipeg Harley Owners Group. So today we are hosting our 19th annual Canada Day Poker Run. So our Canada Day Run has become a bit of an institution here in Winnipeg amongst the local riding community. So awesome that we've got a great looking day, and you know, that doesn't always happen. And fortunately we've managed to get Canada Day on a Monday, so we're getting a much better turnout today. So proceeds from our Canada Day run go to help to support the Ann Ross Day Nursery, which is the chapter's sort of charity of choice. So we help out with funding some of the programs there for the kids in care at Ann Ross and Mount Carmel Clinic. So as I say, looking like a great day. It's going to be a great day to ride, and hope everybody has a good time.
That's awesome. How many bikes do you think will be here?
It's looking like a pretty good crew so far. I would probably estimate about 150.
Nice.
Maybe 150 upwards to 200. So.
And how long is the ride?
The ride today is going up to Grand Beach. First stop in the Sandbar Inn, over to Lac du Bonnet, and next stop is Drifters in Lac du Bonnet. Down to Beausejour for ice cream at the Dairy Whip, and then back to Smitty's restaurant on Pembina and Grant for our final wrap-up. So,
wow, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it should be an awesome ride. About 350 kilometers all told. So full day.
Very nice.
Full day. Back to Smitty's. We do all of our card draws, of course, for our poker run at Smitty's. We got our 50-50 draw, and we've got probably close to 30 participation prizes. So just by buying card hands, you get a participation ticket and a chance to win prizes at the end. So it should be all good. And as I say, we're usually all back at Smitty's by 4 o'clock. Everything wrapped up by 5, and everybody can get on with the rest of their Canada Day celebration. So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Right on. Thank you very much. That's
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Andy, chairperson of Winnipeg Manitoba. We are going to be having it on August 17th. We should be starting it here from our new shop from the Acrylic Garage at number 4, 961 Capellas Drive in West St. Paul, just across the Perimeter Highway from Winnipeg. We will be doing a poker derby that day. We'll be having a hog roast that day, bike show and shine, car show and shine, and bike games. Our address is, like I said, number 4, 961 Capellas Drive, and our phone number is unchanged from what we were before. It's 204-633-5945.
Well, I started doing the tear down on the shovel, and it was a struggle. I've never done a tear down on a motorcycle before, and well, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to take a while. I'll give you an example. When I had a TR7 with a little V8 in it, and I got some chrome valve covers for it. And I went across the street to my buddy's place, this is years ago, and borrowed a tool to swap the valve covers. And he had just started an engine swap at the time. So I went back about my business, and I did my valve cover swaps. I was all happy, no leaks. I was real proud of myself. And I brought the tool back, and he had already finished the engine swap in the same time that I did the valve cover swap. So I'm not moving at a diabolical speed. So anyway, here it is. Enjoy. Okay, welcome back. I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start with removing the fuel tank. And there's a crossover hose at the bottom here that needs to be removed. This is going to fill the whole tank. Empty the whole tank. This it off. This crown nut's all rusted and chipped already. I'll have to replace it. Because the stud is turning. Oh, that was a battle. Oh, see, I wonder why it wasn't working. Look at that whole wiring harness just cut right off. Son of a gun. Okay, no biggie. Okay, let's just tie wrapped in there. Okay. Well, doesn't even have a speedo cable. Oh, jeez. That's terrible. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well, phew, that was the first task. Okay, oof, that was the rough one. Anyway, the guys over at Gorilla Do-It-Yourself Garage have some exciting news. Let's take a look.
Hello, welcome to Acrylic Garage. Come on in. So as you can see, we've acquired a new building. This is going to be our new shop for the next little while. We're going to be enjoying some privileges that we didn't have in the other shop, like space. We've got a lot of that now. Come down, check it out. So this is our personal mechanic side. You'll be able to come in, have us work on your bike in this area. So if you have any problems, the mechanics on site can help repair them. Along this side here, we're going to have bays for you to rent. They're going to be probably 7 feet by 10 feet deep so that your bikes will fit without interrupting the rest of the shop. We should have 5 to 7 bays along this side here shortly within the next 2 weeks. Then it's going to move on. There will be a detailing center as well in the front here. And then we have our oil storage and recycling. Please come on down to Gorilla Garage. We're located at 961 Capelus Drive. That's Kapelus Drive. Located really close to McPhillips and the perimeter. Our office hours are from 10 in the morning till 10 in the evening. Tuesday through Saturday, Sunday 10 till 5. Mondays are family days. So, thanks for watching. Jump on your bike and come check us out. Coffee is always on.
Okay, so talking about clubs, there's more than one way you can be involved in club. You don't have to just go on the rides and fundraisers and stuff. You can actually be part of the people who make the decisions and do the work behind the scenes, the executive. And so the Coalition of Manitoba Motorcycle Groups had their monthly meeting, and I dropped by. And if you've never been in a meeting, they're all very similar. So I've took this one down from an hour down to about a minute and a half, just so you can get a taste of the actual work that's going on behind the scenes and see if maybe that's something you'd be interested in helping, because most clubs could use that kind of help. Take a look.
I've distributed the minutes from June the 12th. Pardon me, that's a misnomer. Okay, from June the 12th. Okay, moved, seconded, all in favor? Done. Is there any business arising from that? Treasurer's report.
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't print out any papers for anybody. I didn't have a chance to. So, as of the end of June, our main bank account. Any other questions?
That report is for information.
That report is for information. You can do whatever you like with that.
So that's something that possibly we'll have to work on to change MPI, because there's a flaw in that system.
So, thinking of getting your motorcycle license? It involves first going down and doing a written test, and then going to Safety Services Manitoba for a motorcycle course. I dropped by this weekend for a quick look at the course and what they're doing. It's interesting. I had an interview with Larry Redmond, but something happened to that particular part of the video. I guess my camera might overheat. It was pretty hot out. But he's the one expounding all the knowledge during the water break. Basically, the thing to know about these guys is they are teaching this course because they've been out there for longer than most of the people taking the course have been alive. They've seen it all. They took their motorcycles tests back in the 70s when basically, I also did, you have to do a written test, and that's it. You can jump on a motorcycle and go riding at that point. And then when I think it took about a month, I went back and did the road test. They follow you with a microphone and a helmet and tell you turn left, turn right, that kind of thing. And that's it. Then you go out and learn how to be a motorcycle rider from that point on. Now it's a much different. You have to take the course, and it's a really good reason. It's a really good idea, because they actually tell you stuff that they've experienced, they've seen happen, and this is important stuff to know. You might begrudge the idea of taking the course, but you'll be glad you did, and you'll enjoy it when you're there. Take a look.
That it was easier to do the circle. Yeah. Okay. Good. Because you should. If you look in, you go in. It's quite achievable as long as you're looking to the inside. One of the things we're trying to teach you guys to do here, we're kind of messing with you a little bit when it comes to the circles, is that we put those cones, those bright orange cones around the outside, and then tell you don't look at them. Because we're trying to teach you not to look at things like curves, trying to teach you to look to where you want to go. Ignore those things. Use them as a guide, so it gives you an idea how much room you have. But you'll find if you were looking at the inside, if I put one cone in the center there and told you guys to ride around it, you'd all be able to do it. You would all be able to achieve that. But that's not the way it's going to be in the real world. In the real world, you're going to be turning around in this parking lot beside me here, and there's a curb there, there's a flower box there, there's a car parked here. And if you keep lifting your eyes and looking to the outside, that's what you're going to see. That's why a lot of riders are scared to turn their bike around in the Tim Hortons parking lot without dog paddling. Look to the inside, ignore the outside things, know how tight you can turn, and you'll find it's quite achievable. Challenge yourself. When you get on your own bike, practice these things, because you'll find, remember the first exercise of the day was what? Pushing the motorcycle. Was that cool in any way, shape, or form? No. In a year from now, I don't want to see any of you guys worrying about pushing the motorcycle. I want to see a bunch of lazy bikers come out of here and make the bike do all the work. And so practice that. And I've seen you all, guys all do that circle. And it's just a matter of trusting yourself and grasping those things that you've been learning. Remember too that clutch. The clutch should not be all the way out. You should have a bit of engine RPM. Bring the RPM up and keep it up. And then use the clutch, slip the clutch, and then drag the rear brake to throw away excess power. The rear brake is there to tighten the back end of the motorcycle, and also it allows you to control the slip of the clutch and keeps it smooth. But if there's no power flowing, you're going to find that it feels jagged. You're going to find the bike wants to feel like it falls over. When you're riding a bigger bike, if you're riding a 750, riding a big Harley or something like that, you need to have power or the bike's going to feel like it's unstable, it like wants to fall over. So don't be afraid to slip that clutch, because when you get on a bigger bike, you're going to have to do that.
Okay, and finally on today's show, we're going to go out and there's another club that did another run this last weekend, and we're going to go out and meet them and find out what they're all about. These guys truly know the meaning of brotherhood. Take a look.
All right, my name's Kevin. I go by the road handle Q-Tip. I am currently the president of the Winnipeg Bondslaves Motorcycle Club, which is also known across Canada and the United States. And we're here today because we have a multifold reason. We're doing our 30th anniversary celebration as a club. Bondslaves was founded in Winnipeg in May of 1989. By our founder Chuck Sheridan, who unfortunately can't be here today because he now resides in Mexico and is pastoring a church. And so we're coming up on 30 years. I've personally been in this club, around it and in it for 19 of those years, and it's been a heck of a road. On top of our anniversary today that we're celebrating with all our good friends, and some of the many still rolling in, is we're also hosting our annual Clubs for Cancer Poker Run, and that was inspired, of course. Cancer affects everybody. If it's not directly, it's always indirectly. It can be a family member, a close friend. I personally have been affected. My mother's battled cancer for the last 15 years, on and off. I lost my grandfathers to it, so it has personal meaning to me, and that helped inspire this run. And that's what we do. I know organizations like Cancer Care Manitoba have been treated. Also, friends of mine have gone through it, and they've been a great organization for my mother. They've always made her feel very at ease and comfortable, and so we want to take the proceeds of that run today and we want to donate it to them. We wish we could give them a ton of money. We're just we're our own community, so whatever we have, we want to give back to them, and that's just one way we reach out and help those who are fighting cancer. So that's the multifold purpose here, is we're celebrating our 3 decades as a motorcycle club, and as one of the oldest Christian motorcycle clubs in Canada. And our friends from other clubs in this great community are joining us on that, and they're doing the ride, and we're having a meal, we're gonna have some presentations, and so it's gonna be an awesome day, and God's blessed us with some sunshine. So.
Perfect day for it.
Yeah.
So the ride itself, how long of a ride is it? Where are you headed?
Well, the ride itself is, we break it up. It's not too long in between stops. And the reason for that is because as much as we love riding our bikes, we also love the people. And we like to hang out with them and fellowship and just chat it up, catch up, because I haven't talked to them since 3 or 4 days ago. So I want to see how their lives are doing. But that being said, we're departing Winnipeg here. We're going to be heading out to Toulon, which is the longest stretch of the run, maybe 40 minutes from here. Then from there, we're going to be going to Petersfield, and then Petersfield to Lockport, and then back to here where the meal will be served. We're going to have a great band tonight too, one of Winnipeg's top bands, Harley Davidson Band. We were so pumped to get them, so we're glad they were willing to come on board and help us out and support the event.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Can people drop by at the end of the ride and just do the rest of the festival?
Yeah, absolutely. Like if people wanted to come by just for a meal, like they don't ride or they couldn't participate in the run, it's like $10. Go pay your $10 and you can join us in the meal. It's not a long night because we only have the facility until about 9 o'clock anyways, and so the band has their second set by 7 o'clock, and then people will most likely disperse at that point. We have, because it is our 30th, a number of our American brothers have come up from Duluth Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Southwest Illinois. We have brothers down in Alabama and New Mexico. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it. Border issues, we'll just call it. We got guys coming in from Kelowna, BC, Alberta, and Ottawa. So it's a good convergence, good time for us to all get together, as many of us can, and catch up. And we're really, I don't even think half the crew showed up. We're looking forward to the rest of the people coming out and just enjoying the day with them.
Yeah, well, still early. So, you do this every year, though?
Yes,
is everybody welcome?
Everybody is welcome. The ride is open. It always has been. It's our 3rd year doing the poker run, so I mean next year will be number 4. But this year we usually like to put on a rally, with drag racing and burnouts. But accommodating our poker run this year, plus trying to get 30th anniversary celebrations in place, it didn't quite work to go and throw all that in the mix too. So that next year our focus will be our poker run and back to our rally. We do have to establish a new rally site, of course, but once we get that in place, we're going to have back to the drag races, the burnouts, all the stuff people are like, we miss that, and we want to give them that. Because I miss it. Because I think I can beat most of them in races.
And have.
A few, yeah. Beat a few, yeah. I've lost a few too. Awesome.
I love it. Thanks.
Okay, right on, brother.
That's really awesome.
Oh, I look forward to seeing you.
Okay, so that's it for this show. Whew, it was a good one, eh? Come back next week and we'll have another one for you. Take care.